So we're going to talk about large sample hypothesis testing, also known as the z-test. So let's try to introduce it. And like when your H0 null hypothesis theta equals to theta null. So if your H0 hypothesis is true, then your theta with a hat will lay near the theta. That's the idea. So your sample predictions will lay right here. So in this sense, if you have a distribution like this, and suppose that your theta 0 located here, so what you have here, suppose that this is the threshold value, and this is where your theta with a hat can take values, and that would be your rejection region, which is also your alpha, and this is called your rejection region of H0 for what? Suppose that if your alternative hypothesis theta is larger than theta 0, you see? So here you say that it is larger than, you see, theta 0. So this is what your alternative hypothesis here, in this sense, this is your alternative hypothesis. So alpha is the probability of rejecting H0 when in fact it is true, okay? So alpha is that probability. You reject alpha while it is true. That's the idea. So for example, suppose that your alpha is 0.5, okay? This is what you're dealing with, and your C value here would be theta plus Z alpha, and this is the standard deviation for alpha right here, and this value will correspond to, as far as I remember, look here, it is for 0.5, right? So that should be okay. So if it is 0.5 right here, it means that the remaining part here will be 0.45, I guess, right? So it should be 45 should be between this value and this value, right? And it should be between 164 and 165, and that value should be 1645. All right, so that's the value that that's why I told you to never memorize those values, because it can depend on what you're dealing with here. So that's the idea for, if you're testing for, H1 is, larger than, your theta is larger than theta 0. That's corresponding to this one. And how about the other type of alternative hypothesis here? Like you will have 1645 sigma theta here. Look at the minus here. So it means that we will be dealing with this part this time. So your alternative hypothesis will be your theta is less than theta 0. This is one type of test. And another type would be, again, interesting, that whether it is not equal to theta. So it means that you're dealing with both of these cutoff those values. So that should be your C1 and C2. Since your alpha is 0.5, then you will have here 0.025 right here. So you see, so it means that we will now have a new value here, namely corresponding value for 0.475 here. So for 0.475 is right here. You see this one? Never memorize. Don't do it. And it is 196 here. So it means that would be your critical values in this sense, and your C1 should be theta minus 196 sigma, and your C2 will be theta plus 196 sigma theta. And what would be your alternative hypothesis in this case? H1 is, or theta is not equal to theta case. You see, these are all possible three alternative hypotheses. For this one, it is this one, that critical value, and for this one, it is this one, and for not equal to case, it is this set of threshold values in this sense. Okay.